Just practicing right now. And I'm supposed to go down. Road to the top. Yeah, see, I'm just practicing. I gotta do the road to the top. I've been doing this wrong the whole time. Man! Oh. What a road to the top this is gonna be. Are these tracks all gonna be the same, though?
Is that you?
Is what me?
I'm pretty sure that man.
No, that's not me. That's Al. Al from Al's Toy Barn. Don't mind me. I'm just go-karting my way to victory. So I guess I should have known. I should have noticed it said practice, but... Nope, we gotta do the road to the top. Luckily it said there was passwords, so I guess this game has a password system. Long way to the top if I want to rock it. At least we found a good playlist to play over this instead of... Certainly not as good as the Sega racing games that I have played, I'll give it that. Those games actually feel like you're going fast. This feels like I'm in a golf cart.
Putting along.
And they at least have some form of music. This I have to play my own music. Yeah, the Silent Hill siren. Creepy. So, remind me. Write it down. We gotta make the cadaver squish. Gotta make a cadaver squish. Cadaver. Squishy squish. Squish, squish, squish. Squish, 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 squish. I wish I had better stuff to do. You know what I mean? Because I really want... I told you my idea of letting subs have people under them in the space battles thing, but I don't know how to actually program that. Because I don't know how to do it within Twitch's API structure, I should say. Supercart rally time. Hey, it's McFoley here, or whatever it is.
Ow.
Is it Al Foley? Van down by the river? He wanted a gore sound, like a... You know, like somebody getting gutted.
Like guts squishing.
He wanted a squishy gut sound. So it's the sound of celery breaking and milk, probably. If you actually want to know what the sound is. If you too would like a celery and milk sound, let me know. I know, I think he does too.
I think I just like everybody's sound.
You gotta pick a good one.
Oreos is awesome. Hops is awesome.
Biting into an apple. How about biting into an apple sound clip? Can I get that? You bet. This is a custom me biting into an apple sound clip for you. Can I get a you munching on a pizza roll? What crunchy level would you like your pizza roll at? I want it cooked in the oven at 375 for about 10 minutes. That's what I want your pizza roll at. Okay, we'll do. We'll get that sound clip in a second. This is me biting into a pizza roll. 10 minutes at 375 degrees. Enjoy.
Clark doesn't have enough for his thing.
How doesn't he? He doesn't have enough for his own command. Haha, I wasted them all on Hawks. I'll get you more points, don't worry.
What? I don't have minerals. I'm here all the time.
Yeah, I know, I don't know. Were you blowing them all on stuff? Were you like spamming? Because I raised the price temporarily to test out the new prices, and then I just hand out.
50.
Yeah, and then I just hand out points like candy. That way people want to... Because I'm trying to introduce more ways to get points instead of just watching, so that it makes getting points better, but also easier. So it's less of be here, more of little games here and there of like, hey, guess what I'm playing? And then the first one to chime in with a command is going to get like 100 points. Boom.
I don't think so.
Do what?
I don't think so.
Do what? How did? I don't know how anybody eats through these points. Almost gave you 2,000. I know you want 2,000. Everybody wants 2,000 points in this channel.
I don't even have 2,000.
Like a slot machine thing. Now you have 200 points.
Gives it to all of us.
Yeah, a slut machine. I need a slut machine.
A slut machine.
That's such a great idea. Man, he knows what's up. Oh, I better hit the gas button. Do I have a robot eye? Slot machine's such a good idea. You can't even hear that. That's the problem with the new sounds. The new way the sounds come through is things are too loud. Man, look. I understand I just gave everyone in chat 200 points.
Hey, isn't that the fun?
But yeah, it gives more ways to get points, spend points. There needs to be something other. I was talking about this. There needs to be something other to put points into or to get points out of, other than watching, so that I can raise the price so people who come in and just want to use it. I explained this the best way you said to explain it is so the people don't come in and troll chats. Yeah, the hawk comes through good.
It always does. That's why I like it.
You told me to turn the hawk up, so I raised the gain on the hawk, and now the hawk is louder than all the rest of them and always comes through way better.
Yeah.
And then everybody's always super jealous of the hawk, and I'm like, man, I'd have to go through and re-upload every single sound. I'll do them one at a time. Hawk, he asked right off the bat for it to be louder, so he got the benefit of the doubt and got his immediately louder.
I don't mind louder.
Shut.
Loudest.
You want yours the loudest?
No, I like Hawks being loud. I like mine being quiet because then maybe people will be like, wait, what's it saying? And because mine, anyone can use.
Yeah, he's got air superiority.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's like the leader of the pack. He's like, oh, I'm coming in to get you. I'm coming in to save you.
I thought you were going to be like, I want mine to be louder and have Hawk's sound at the end and an explosion.
Yeah. And just add all the sound clips onto mine.
I get all of them in one. I hit one button and I get all the sounds.
Betty the Magician. Oh. Oh.
Just a rope call of everybody's at once. Look at me jiggle. There you go. Now you got tons of hawks. The problem is I don't know a good ratio of point to minute. I don't know a good point to minute ratio. What do you think?
What do you have it at?
I don't know. That's why I was like, man, it'd be awesome.
Because I mean, that's 4 sound clips you can do.
Yeah, 4 sound clips. Well, the reason it is that, and the reason why I just hand out points like candy, is because if people jump into chat and want to like troll with sounds and just play sounds instantly, like I showed you what people could do if they really wanted. Which is why I changed it. I need to do this, actually. No, I need to keep it like this. And then do that. That's how I don't know. If you have 193...
He's been here for 112 hours. He has 193, which means
He's been hawking. He's been hawking it up. Ah, this is the part I know. Anyway. Yeah, I remember doing this now. I remember this section. Anyway, so it's a struggle. It's a struggle finding a perfect medium, because there are some people. Oh, I didn't think that was gonna happen. You just fall off? Can I keep going? Only when he shows up in streaming? I don't care. Oreo just does his all the time.
But I think his is more cost.
Oh, yeah, that's the other thing is if you sub, there's no cost on commands at all. Maybe 5, maybe 10. You
maybe
actually
5, maybe 10. It's hard. It's hard to resist not to do it a lot.
Mm-hmm. It's a great gift and a curse.
And especially his, because it's so short and just like... hello.
Oh, my head.
Random things. He's probably throwing out a few, FF7 clears and
Mm-hmm.
deluxe.
The bots just don't allow for really good custom commands, the ones that are made. It's pretty annoying. Because I wanted to, originally I said that I wanted it to be like linked to your name,
So only they can use it.
but it won't let me do that. Big boss. Hmm? Big.
When you play a big boss or fail a big boss, it means it wins.
Oh, we have some of those clears, but I need better ones. There's eventually going to
We
be
need better fail ones.
Yeah, I keep thinking I need the Price is Right. Womp, womp, womp. Maybe the Mario death. I can't think of very many other ones. It's one of those things where people have to be like, oh, I used to love this one from this game, and then I can grab it. Otherwise, I just know. I can only think of the stock ones, like the Mega Man one, but I don't really want to use too much Mega Man. I like to have a good shuffle of everything. Oh, this is the turn that always used to get me. You have to have a good time here, otherwise you don't win, if I remember correctly. Hey, it gave me a little thing there. I can't remember any of the other off-roading tracks. Where's some good ones? Maybe a snake. Yeah, a snake call. Like, snake, snake, snake. From Metal Gear Solid. I'm not gonna do it. Snake! 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 Psh. This one is from Yoshi's Island. Yoshi's Island on SNES, I believe. I'm not actually looking at the song, I'm just going off of what it sounds like to me. If you want to click on the YouTube thing right there, you could pop it up. I wish I could have the YouTube show what we're playing up top and like spring through, but if you use Spotify it has ads, unless you pay for it.
Donkey Kong Country.
This one's Donkey Kong.
Yeah, it just changed.
Wee. So I really wish I could do that. And like you see that little notch that's above me? I want things to scroll up there. But I just don't know what to put up there yet. Like top donations, bits, all that garbage, you know, all that fun stuff. It's not garbage, but it is good stuff to fill out the stream with. Because, like Cadaver said, there's things lacking, there's things missing.
I think if you use your other play, like the moving background, and you use these things still, that would be cool. It changed so that they stand out.
I have song request. Song request is turned off right now, and I turned it on one time because there's somebody that came in and instantly, I told this story before, somebody came in and insta song request without saying anything else, and I was just like, I have that turned off so people don't come in and play troll songs. What song did you want? I'll play it. And then he didn't say anything and left, and I was like, okay, I imagine you were probably one of those people that came in and wanted to play troll song or something.
On your mark, get set, go!
Oh, is it SR or is it Song Request? It might be. I think it's Song Request. I have to turn it. I have to click and turn it on. Well, you could actually click and turn it on. You could do it. It'll be Phantom Bot. Uh-oh. Bad turn. And then you go down to like YouTube, or it might be in the audio one, which is all the way down. And then YouTube player, and then you just like toggle song request. And then it should turn them on. Oop.
Disabled.
Oh, they're disabled. I did have them on.
Enabled.
I did have them on. But then I have to turn this one off and a bunch of jazz, which I can do right after this race. And you just play whatever you want. Doesn't bother me none. You gonna song request Big Booty Bitches? Big booty bitches, big booty bitches, woo, big booty. Never heard that one before? It's a classic meme song from the late 2010s or something, early 2010s, as in like probably 2000. I want to say 2008 that song came out. A YouTube original. I don't even know who was in that. It was just some guy, like two guys in their room. One was just hitting random things on the keyboard, and the other was laying down some sweet tracks.
Was he?
Yeah. Yeah, but normally I just have it turned. The reason I have it turned off most of the time is because I submit all these videos to YouTube for the record of playing all the games, and if I let song requests stay on all the time, then all my tracks would be muted and I couldn't get money from YouTube. Is what happens. I don't get money from YouTube anyway, to be completely honest. But I don't feel like getting a copyright strike on my account that I've had since 2008. So that's the reason why. If you ever wondered why on a lot of these I play the same tracks, is because a lot of the songs are from my friend's SoundCloud. And it's all good. Like, I have permission to use that stuff. So like my intro song is his song. And this stuff doesn't get scooped up by not Nintendo's, by YouTube's copyright thing. This looks okay. This is Al Bundy's Racing. Whee! What is this game? You missed me play Metal Combat. It's like Mortal Kombat. You missed my headphones. If you heard me tell my story about my headphones getting eaten by the cat, so I had to plug in a new. Yeah, Al Bundy's Racing. Al something Racing. In alphabetical order, it's the first racing game. That's why I picked it. And then I saw what it was, and I was like, oh, I've played this. I beat this before. Watch this. Big air. Yeah, it controls well enough. You get no complaints from... Oh, damn. You get no complaints from me on the racing side of it. I think that Sega had all around better racing games in every way, shape, or form with that blast processing. That's coming from me. I don't like racing games too much. Yeah, this is this is Big Gay Al's Big Gay what are these things called? Snowmobile ride. Sorry, I blanked on it. I wanted to call it a jet ski. They might as well have just used the same model and had a jet ski race. What are these things again? A snowmobile race. A race car race. We get to drive in an Iraq in a second. Whoa! So you missed the end of that game. I don't know if you saw the end of Mickey. Did you get to see the end of Mickey? Oh, but anyway, for your answer, I don't know if you're saying Daft Punk or you like Daft Punk. Yeah, Daft Punk's alright. They aight. I say aight because I don't hate anything. But if you ask me like my favorite Daft Punk song, I'd be like, I don't know. They're all good. Ah. Goldica? Goldica? Golduca? It's Golduca. Hello. Greetings from the wonderful state of Iowa, Hicktown. But I don't sound like a hick, do I? No. From Hicktown, Iowa. Playing some racing games. We got a couple racing games we need to get knocked down in this here 80% SNES. So we're dropping this one down. It's just the first one in alphabetical order of racing games. I just grabbed it. The second one was Biker Mice from Mars, and I was planning on doing that one tonight. But I don't know. I do not know. I don't know if I should do that. And then tomorrow is going to be Soul Blazers, Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. And I think that would take me the whole day. Final Fantasy Mystic Quest and Soul Blazers. I don't actually know the name of this game. It's like Al something racing. Thank you for clicking that, by the way. I can look it up again. I don't have the timer going. I should have. Al Unser Jr.'s Road to the Top. And we're on the road to the top right now.
Almost there.
We're almost there. We got two more racing sections. This is the hard part. I know you're probably like, what? If you go over on that right side, you just die. If you're like, oh, it looks glitched out. No, it's supposed to be that way. You're not supposed to go over there. You drive off this giant mountain we're on, apparently. And you die. So if you go over a certain amount of time, it automatically ends the race right here, and you lose. And if you fall off the edge, you lose automatically. There's no bringing you back up. That's the turn that always gets me. That turn, and there's another turn at the end. But like I said, if you don't go fast enough, it ends because you didn't go fast enough. I think we get one more of those turns right about here. Nope, that's not it. There's one more really, really tight turn that always gets me. It trips me up. But I don't know where it is, but you have to... Oh, this one. But you have to keep going, otherwise you run out of time. I can't remember what time on the clock it is. It might be 1:30. It automatically ends you. So I always just drive through the grass. Oh, snap. Atari 2600? I don't have any Atari anymore. I don't have my Atari here. All I have are... alls I have, like, are my old covers. Like, I have Atari covers from all my games. Like, there's Pac-Man. A lot of the Atari games I don't like that much. I like the old arcade games, but I don't like the Atari versions of them is the problem. Like, Pac-Man on Atari is so bad. It was just an utter travesty of a game. Did I not go fast enough? And it restarted me? Yeah, that's what... See? There it is down there. I have to beat that time right there, otherwise it just restarts. Like I said already. I forgot all about that until just a second ago, and why these are so hard. Because if you go too fast, you're just going to drive right off the ledge. But you want to slow down to make like this turn coming up right here. But if you do slow down, then you're just not going to win the race. Hardest part. You can clip through that wall right there though. Maybe save you a couple seconds. Maybe. I don't actually think it does. I think you lose time. But for me, it saves time because I'm bad. I cut that one really close. But as far as Atari, I think, like I said, I don't have my actual hardware Atari anymore. I'm not doing that now. But Atari's a fun thing to play. It's my jam. I used to play a lot of Atari with my parents because they like Atari, but they wouldn't play anything new. Man, that's good. I was always bad at them. They require a certain amount of skill in places of which I don't have that skill. And I think you know what I'm talking about. There's a certain finesse you need to beat those games. And I don't have it. I like the old arcade, like the arcade versions of that era. I love vector graphics games. I already played through the arcade, like the SNES arcade collection of those games, of the Atari games. I'm not very good at them though. I openly admit that I'm really bad at those old games. Like I'm really bad at Centipede, and I'm really bad at like Joust. I'm okay at, I think, whatever one where you're in the center and it's like Super Smash TV that is on Atari. I'm good at that one, and I'm good at the arcade version of that. Defender, I was not very good at, but I love the game. What's the other one I really liked? There's a bunch of them. There's too many to name that I like. Back in the day, I think I liked Atlantis. It's like, I think it's not Defender. What is that game? Missile Command. Atlantis is like Missile Command. It's a special version where you're underwater instead. But it's the same thing as Missile Command. I like that one. But it's just not the same playing without that rolly ball. The little ball controls where you get to, oh, I'm spinning out. That's not good. So I've never actually lost one of these races. So let's see. If I remember correctly. You know, I lost one in practice, but in the actual race, I've never lost one, I don't think. What are some other ones? I played Space Invaders. Like, I played Space Invaders the other day. It's the Super Nintendo one, but it's just a port of Space Invaders. There's nothing changed. It was actually really bad. Really bad that they did that. It was just a straight port of Space Invaders, which if you're gonna do that and make people spend money on, it's not cool. Like back when it was originally Space Invaders, it was cool because that was like the newest, greatest thing. But now it was like, hey, this is just Space Invaders on the SNES with 3 different colors. It's ripping people off. We still have some of our boxes, our Atari boxes actually. But I do have more than that. I have like a Frogger one, the Monkey one. I have the King Kong case, like the original Monkey, or Mario Brothers King Kong on Atari thing. Like the artwork, the little box thing for it around here somewhere. They're all in these cases, like Super Mario All-Stars and stuff. Donkey Kong's one that always gets me though. I was always bad at Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong, I was always bad at. Always bad at it. I was always more into the space shooters. Oh, that's really cool. See, I'm really into... If you want to go, like, arcade cabinets, I'm more into, while I do want to have a MAME cabinet, I want things that you can only get the experience on if you have it, like with the gun, like Rumble feature, like light gun games like that, or like sit down ones that you have to sit down and play. Things where you really need the controller, like the custom controller that the arcade cabinet would have to really get the feel. Or the ones that are vector graphics that you really need the vector graphics. And things like pinball, you need the actual like machine. And to this day, I don't have one. I have the room for one now, but I don't really have the money to have one. And I couldn't tell you which one I would want. Definitely not a newer one, because the newer ones are nowhere near as cool as like the old ones like that, like the Indiana Jones one. One time I almost got the Star Trek one. I'm not even a fan of Star Trek, but it was such a cool pinball machine that I almost got it. It was up at an auction that I went to. But it went for a lot of money, so we didn't end up getting it. But in saying that, I'm also really bad at pinball. But I love the machine. I love the sounds. I think I just love the sound of a pinball machine. It has a good sound to it. I'd have to go through and look. What pinball machine do you think I would get if I got a pinball machine? If you're still behind me. Hey, we did it. Isn't it though? It's a hard one. I'm trying to think, because I don't know. I might like that Terminator 2 one. I remember the Terminator 2 pinball machine I liked back in the day.
On your mark, get set, go!
I really like that one. Yeah, and this game isn't too bad. This one's okay. I can't remember this track. Oh, this is the one with that one turn that I have to slow down on. This race doesn't have any oil slicks, so you actually just have to like straight up outrace people. You can't bank on them tripping. Yep. The Star Trek one I think went for around $1,000. Something around those. I think it went even higher, because I think I put $1,000 limit on it as for myself, and I think it went for over 1,000. And I was just like, well, guess I'm not getting it. I don't know how much it sold for though. I pushed it to 1,000 at auction though. Dang. I might lose this race. This is a tough one. And by lose, I mean not get first place. Because if you're not first, you're last. So this is the tricky turn right here. We're going to cut through the grass like that. And get in the lead. Yep, I think I mentioned the Terminator 2 one. I think that one was really cool, but I can't remember the last time I saw it. I went to a giant, like, pinball garage one time. I call it a garage, but it was two giant buildings next to each other, where they just let you come in, bring whatever you wanted to eat or drink, and you just paid like a simple one-time fee to get your wristband to play as much as you wanted for the night. That was back home. And then they shut it down, and it wasn't worth it to have all the machines running. It didn't get enough money to cover the costs, so it turned into you paid like a monthly, like a membership or a yearly membership, and then you got to come and you'd plug in whatever machine you wanted to play, and then they would manually save the high scores for you so that they wouldn't have to keep them on. Something like that. I can't remember though. It's been so long since I was there. It was like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. It was a really, really cool place. They had a couple of Neo Geo machines. By a couple, I mean two. But a couple is two. So, oh no. We bonked on that wall at the last turn. The last turn of the last lap just to lose, didn't we? That stinks. Do you think it's going to make us do that race again? Oh, that stinks. That stinks. No, it counts. You just have to get first, second, or third. It doesn't care otherwise. Now we got to beat 118. This is what I remember being hard back in the day. This one was the track. The track to beat. You just gotta turn. Oh, see? I'm trying to cut these as close as possible, but if you just barely touch the edge, crashed. We have... After this, all we have left are the Indy cars. We have 3 IndyCar races. Oop, we have 3 IndyCar races, and then we're done. We have to win all of those, though. I assume cutting through the grass right there is faster, but I honestly don't know. I just always do it. I cut through the grass in as many places as possible. Oh yeah. That's a tough one. Yeah, this is... If I had to say, this is the only part in the game that I consider, like, I have to focus on. Like, actually sit there and watch the road so that I don't go flying off. Because it's just an insta game over, if you want to call it that. Insta restart the race if you fall off. No Mario Karting, you back on the track. It's just you're done. And this turn coming up, I think goes like this, and then this to the exit. Hey, we did it. See, I'm better at this now. It just took a little bit of remembering back when I played it before. Hey, this is the first easy IndyCar level. You just go around in a circle. I picked the wrong car for it. You want to pick all speed. Normally I don't have music going, but this game has no music and is just nauseating car engine revving noises. So we're gonna blast around everybody. This track in particular is really, really easy. It's just all left turns. And it's the same angle of left turn, I think, every time. Give or take. So you just... The Last Starfighter? Yeah, I like that. I know I saw it when I was a kid, and I haven't seen it, and I haven't seen that movie in ages, but yeah, I used to love that movie. I always, if you want to know a funny fact about me, I got that movie confused with Mac and Me for the longest time, for some reason. That trash, like, E.T. knockoff. I always thought they were the same movie, or I always confused Mac and Me with that. I don't ask why, but for some reason, Mac and Me and Last Starfighter, I got confused as a kid. Because that's the one where he played games, and then he took him into space like some kid. And Mac and Me's the one with the dumb aliens that are like, oh. Yeah. Gonna go save the world. Luckily on this track I was able to read your read your message while still playing, because it's just left turns. I just wait for the red and then hold the same amount every time. If we're on hard, I couldn't do this. I'd actually have to be dipping in and out with them. And, you know, cutting around and trying to pass people. But on this, it is as the name implies. Man, it's been so long since I've seen that. Right now I'm trying to finish all the Jason movies. All of them Friday the 13th. Last one we watched was number 6. The cool one, Spear Jason. Where he's a god among men. He chopped 3 people's head off in one swing. Forgot all about that. Uh-oh. Hey, we dodged that. We got bonked out of the way. So that's my... We started that basically on Friday the 13th, and then we haven't finished all the movies yet. Which, are you going to be down to watch 7? Or are you conking out? Because I let you not sleep earlier, because you asked me to not let you sleep.
You haven't let me sleep in 3 weeks.
What?
You just keep me chained in this room.
I don't keep you chained in this room. Don't listen. There's nothing like that going on. Dang, I flew off the track. So I think I only need to get first, second, or third to technically beat this game. Just like the other one. It doesn't keep track of your ranking like Mario Kart. So there's a plus for Mario Kart. Once again. Keeps track of your ranking and is points based. Instead of just saying you got first, second, or third, you're fine, you win. Which is, as you know, I like that. So I guess I should just hold, I should put Mario Kart as the gold standard of racing games and put everything up against that. And see what I do like, what I don't like. This game gives you a bunch of different cars to use that control a little different, go a little bit faster, slower. Mario Kart doesn't have that, but they do have the 3 CCs and unique tracks. Oh man, I touched... That's bad.
Like this nice cityscape you're driving towards?
Oh no, Mario Kart is definitely better than this game. So that's...
What's this one called again?
What's this one? This is Al Bundy's Racing Adventure. Al Bundy's sporting, indie racer, snowmobiles, dirt track, golf karting adventure. Hey, you know what they haven't done? And well, I haven't actually played a modern golf game, but you know they never added driving the golf cart around in those old golf games. It would have been funny.
Oh yeah, that would have been fun.
Like, could you imagine you're supposed to golf over to where your ball is if you choose that mode, but you could just go run people over, and they'd be like, ah! I'd have so much fun just, like, Grand Theft Autoing people, like, stealing their golf carts. Ooh, we are gonna lose this. What's that one say?
What?
That one?
The arcade game was great. I think on the intro, welcome Starfighter, welcome to the Storm League, new Starfighters.
Oh,
8-bit
man.
sound.
I don't know that. I actually don't. I can't imagine the arcade game in my head, actually. I know it's in the movie, but I just don't know what it looks like. I know that it was kind of what I imagined Tron was going to be, and then Tron wasn't. Because I watched Tron like way, way later in life, the original Tron, and it's really cool, but it wasn't as fantastic as I thought it was going to be because the effects are dated by the time I saw it. But it still holds up. Like the light speeder bike. I think they went too over the top in the new light bike. Although I do like the new Tron. But I think the new Tron was just kind of as good as it was because of... Oh, Exxon. Or Xeon. Xeon. Sorry. Exxon. Xeon. Zohan? I don't know how you say that. Ah, well, we kind of got beat. Yikes. We're gonna see who wins. I don't know if it takes us back to that track or if we go on to the next track. Have you ever seen that movie? It was right up my alley as a kid because it's about, you know, saving saving like a kid saving the world. Then he played games and got sucked up for having a high score. As he said, kind of like how I like Zathura. The board game sucks you in.
Oh, yeah.
Just
Are you
like
talking about Tron?
I'm just speaking of games of a similar theme, such as Last Starfighter. Because I was talking about the Last Starfighter, and I was like, I always got that confused with Mac and Me for some reason, and I don't know why. Oh man, I hit the brake on that and it still spun out on that turn. I guess I shouldn't hit the brake because it just makes me lose control. Yeah, we got the star power now. Oh man, the IndyCar racing is actually kind of tough. They go so fast, the blistering 190 miles an hour. I can't get around these U-turns. I guess I should just let off the gas because it seems like that's all you need to do. If you brake, you spin out. In an IndyCar, just come in. I still got 6 laps to catch up to get 3rd place, and then I'll be okay. You have infinite retries. That's probably why, once again, why I got this beat as a little tyke.
Oh, you beat this as a kid?
I beat this in general. I don't know when I did, like with Shaq in the general. But asking me when I beat a game is like...
I didn't mean like, tell me the exact age and the you beat this game. No.
I was about 11 years old when I first saw Al Unser's real racing adventure.
What do you think about the good old adventures of Lucas game? What's that? Matt Kraken Mansion?
Manic. All those point and click. I'm actually not a fan of point and click.
Yeah, they don't.
Have I played them? Yeah, I played them. They're goofy. They have good story, but I'm all about going fast. So I like the speed run of them. I like what they are. I like the story, but me myself, I don't actually play them unless they're like forced upon me, and I make the best of it by voice acting and stuff if I have to play one. But that's my honest go on those. That's one. There's 2 things I don't really enjoy too much playing, and in saying that, I like this one where you played as a robot. There are point-and-click adventure games I enjoy. There was one I played that it started with an M, it was like Machinima. The arcade of Ghosts and Goblins, no. I didn't know there was an arcade version of Ghosts and Goblins. Is it not Super Ghouls and Ghosts? It's different? Like the NES version? You got me on that one. NES is not my strong suit. I don't know many NES games, actually. As weird as people find that, they see my knowledge of like these games and then they think it transfers. It actually doesn't transfer well over to NES. Not at all. Hey, we're going to Valhalla, Deliverance, never to be forgotten. Arcade of Ghosts and Goblins. Couldn't even hear that. It's so quiet. Maybe it isn't. Maybe it's just quiet in my headset. What's that one say? I couldn't read it. I'm in the middle of. Oh, with all the slowdown and stuff. I've beaten the SNES version, but I've never beaten. was what? All
there was first on the map.
Oh, okay, yeah. I knew about Frogger. Of course I know about Frogger. Frogger, asteroids. I love me some asteroids. My neighbor actually had an asteroid cabinet for the longest time, like vector graphics asteroid. I don't know if it was a licensed one or if it was something somebody made themselves, but they somehow happened upon this vector graphics arcade of asteroid. Something like that, at least. I can picture it in my head and picture what it looked like, but I'm not so sure it had the asteroid's name on it.
What do you think they did with all those ones from the game show?
I don't know. Hey, it makes sense now that they had that Ghosts and Goblins arcade thing, but I don't think that was an actual arcade cabinet on Nick Arcade. Sorry, we're going off track. We were watching some Nickelodeon Arcade, this old game show where they played arcade games, and they had a Ghosts and Goblins one, but I always thought they were just playing the console version, but now I'm starting to think maybe it was an actual arcade cabinet of Ghosts and Goblins, which I never knew existed. Until you pointed that out. It sounds like fun. Other than that game is brutally hard, which makes sense why it was so hard on the SNES now, is because it was an arcade game. And those are always hard. Man, I was doing good and I spun out on that turn again. Drat. 3 laps to go. I got max speed car, I'm pretty sure, on this track. So I'm gonna just blast by people. But as long as I don't take this turn bad again. This one that always gets me. Is it right here? Is this the one? I think that's the one. I didn't know Pitfall was either. Is that a different Pitfall than on SNES? Is it the old classic, like, crocodiles in the water, jumping on vines? Whoa, whoa, whoa. This is quite the turn. Yeah, go ahead. I'll watch it. I'm almost done with this game, so as soon as I'm done with this, I'll watch it when I flip over to the next one. I might pick something different than what I was going to pick, because these, believe it or not, playing these racing games actually kind of makes me sick, because the movement, how they did the movement now, focusing on it for like an hour straight, really gets to me. Or maybe 2 hours. I don't know how long I've been playing this game. Probably about an hour. Unser Showdown. This is the last track. So it's the NES in the arcade. That's cool. I always thought Super Ghosts and Ghouls was called Ghosts and Goblins. And then not recently, but I found out that no, there's actually a Ghosts and Goblins and a Ghouls and Goblins. And I'm talking like 10 years ago I found this out, and I was really like, oh, there is an NES version. I always thought it was only on SNES. That's how little I know about the NES library. I'm mighty clueless. Ooh, I love this song. I can't remember what it's from. Does anybody know what this is from? Is this from Final Fantasy? This has to be from Final Fantasy, or Lufia 2. Oh man, it's gonna drive me crazy. It's gonna drive me crazy if I can't figure out what this is from. I can't click though. I gotta race. We're lapping this guy. He got passed on both sides. Any guesses? Oh yeah. How many laps do you gotta do on this bad boy? Oh, not very many. So what I used to do was we'd play a game where we'd have like Spotify and or Pandora set up on like video game music only stuff, and we would have a guessing match between what the song was, you know, like a drinking match of sorts. Of guessing. You each get one guess of what the song is. If one of you gets it right, the other drinks two. If you both get it wrong, you each drink one. That type of thing, you know? It's always fun. Hey, we got first. Congratulations, we win. That's the end of Al Unser's racing extravaganza, everybody. How you like that? Get out of here, Al Unser. We made it to the top of your road, and we thought it sucked. That game was made by Radical, and it was radical. Hey, I cooked my food but never ate it, so I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna watch this video.